Hello, my name is Problematic, and today I'll be trotting you through setting up and using the Portal Particle Editor. I decided to make this video because there's like one other video made 10 years ago, and, it's not really the most up-to-date thing. So I decided to update that and show you guys how to do that. So you want to navigate to where you have your Portal install. Mine is in my E drive, and I'm going to just go over there. The next thing you want to do is you want to right-click your portal.bat when you're inside your folder, click Edit, and what you need to do is you need to add the commands -tools and -no p4 to the end of your .bat. You want to click File and then Save As, and you want to save it as, say, Particle Editor. You want to make sure it says .bat at the end, or else it will not work. Once you do that, you should have a particle editor.bat, and you should be able to just open that up. Once it opens up, you should get a screen that looks something like this. You'll have Portal in the top right, and you won't have much else going on. There's a way you have to set this up, and I'm going to show you that right now. So what you do is you go to the top right here where it says Tools, and you want to make sure it's not saying Commentary or Material. You want it to be Particle Editor. This will allow us to edit particles. The next thing you want to do is you want to go to View and Default Layout. This should add 4 quadrants to your screen. The top left one is for all of the different subfiles in the particle file itself. PCF files have a ton of different things that go into them, which allow you to have the actual file, the particles in the end. The top rightmost screen is just your game. It doesn't really do much. You're not going to be using it, so it's not really important. The bottom left is all the properties of the actual subfiles, which is what I'm going to be calling whatever these are. It's a lot easier for me to understand that. All of that you're going to have in here. So for changing the colors, you're going to have a bunch of options down in the bottom left of this right here. You'll see when I get to it, but yeah, that's what this quadrant is. And this quadrant is a preview of the actual particle itself. This is what you're going to be using to see if what you are changing is working. So what I'm going to show you now is the files you need. So I'm going to click Open, and you want to navigate to your Particles folder, which is under Portal Unpack, Portal, Particles. I'm going to just go through it. So I go back to Games, Other Games, this, Portal, Particles, and it should show you a list of all these PCF files. The only 3 you're going to be worrying about if you want to change your Portal gun and your actual Portal particles are Portal Projectile, which I have all of my original ones named OG just for convenience, Portal Projectile, Portal Gun, and Portals. These are the only ones you're going to need to mess with. I'm going to show you the Portal Projectile because it is the biggest one, and it is the easiest one to get everything down for. There's the 3 different ones you're going to have to do all separately, but I'd start with this one since it's the largest. Or if you want to start small and get used to it, I would do the small ones, but I'm just going to go with this one. I click Open, and you're going to see in the top quadrant, there is a lot of files. And all of these are the different particles. As you can see in this bottom window, it shows you all the different things that go into it. Some of these are parent and child. As you can see, this is a parent because there's 2 different ones connected. And you can't really change, I mean, you still can change the colors of these. It's just kind of awkward. Some of them work like that, some of them don't. It's just a thing to keep aware of. Alrighty, so before we go any farther, make sure render helpers is on for here. Background is black, a lot easier to deal with black backgrounds. And make sure that these are off, because all it is this, and you don't really want that while you're changing the colors. You're not really worrying about anything else. So, over here, you will see operator and initializer. Initializer will mainly hold the color random type, which is what I'm going to be using to change the colors, and it also holds an operator color fade, which changes the color of the fade. And if you really want to mess with that, you can. If you want it to be fully complete, you can mess around with it however you want. But that's just something to be aware of. Initializer and operator are the 2 things you're going to really want to focus on. Everything else doesn't really do much. Render is just rendering stuff, and everything else is just whatever. So those are the 2 things you're going to want. Now, if I show you right here, that stuff is just for school or whatever. So I'm going to pull up a website that is in the description of this video. It is called Rapid Tables, and you're able to change your hex codes into RGB, because the way this works is you can see all these numbers. This only works in RGB. That's all it does. It doesn't work in anything else. As you can see, there's HSV, RGB, and your alpha transparency, which you're not going to worry about. You're not going to need to mess with that. So what you want to do is you want to take the colors that you want to use. I'm going to be using A8 2020 because that's just what I use. And as you can see right here, I have A8 2020, and then I have the 3 color values you want. And what you're going to want to have is you're going to want to have 2 tabs of this open, one with your primary, one with your secondary colors, just for convenience. I don't really want to have to open it up later on, but I'm just going to be showing you because, as you can see, there's ones next to these. Every single one is for primary color, which is blue, and then the 2s are for orange, which, actually, you don't really need render helpers, actually. That's my bad. Turn off render helpers. But you're going to see all of this is orange because it's Portal 2. So, what you're going to want to do is, again, there's some things that are like this, which you're going to need to, again, change all the colors of. It's kind of awkward the way it works. As you can see, there's an operator color fade, which fades to orange. If I change this, it'll fade to blue. I'm pretty sure. If I change it to like this, you see it turns to like purple and all that. Yeah. So, again, operator and initializer you're going to need to worry about later. But I'm just going to go to something like this, where color fade is not really... I'm going to go back to the first one that I was using, actually, because it's a lot easier to show you on that one. Or this one's a pretty good example. If I go to operator, and then color fade, and see if I change the colors, it looks all weird because... Actually, no, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to change it to my color values, which is 168, 32, and 32. And you're going to have to manually do this for all of them. And now you can see it is that very specific color that I wanted. And if I want to make it perfect, I'm going to change all of the colors for every single different thing. Because I want it to look nice. I want it to all look even and together rather than not. So 168, and then you're going to go 32 and 32. And this process is basically done for every single texture. You want to go through all of these, changing them to the exact ones that you want, and in the end, you should get something that resembles the colors that you have for your portals. It's very important that you go and check through everything, and I would make backups of your original PCF files, because, let's be honest, we don't want to have to redo all that. That would be kind of annoying. I hope this helped you. And if you have any other questions, ask me in the description. There's going to be my Discord. And if you also want to just contact me, you can leave a comment. I will answer most comments. I'll try my best. If you're in the Portal Discord and you see me around, you can always just ask me a question there. I'm usually available. So just make sure to contact me. But yeah, I hope this tutorial helped you a decent amount. It's still complicated how the processes work, like how the entire software works, but this is the best we can do. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, hope it helps, and I will see you while you're speedrunning, or doing whatever. Thank you for watching.